Sunday racing. Len Mayhew's with me or on the line. We're going to talk about racing out in Durban by the Sea at Gravel Racecourse and look forward to the season that starts to tick on nicely. The winter season in KwaZulu-Natal, and there's a number of races to get through, but we want to remind you about the Betway app. If you haven't already downloaded that and you're up and running, there's the QR code that you guys can use, and we've got the Betway WhatsApp number and all those things that we want you to be a part of. We're going to start with race 2 in terms of bipots, because we want to get our bipots on, and this is a class 5 over 1400 meters. We're doing this on Friday morning, as you know, and on Friday morning the market's got La Ultimo, number 1 on the card, is the 28-10 favourite. 2 Beach Palace is 5-1. 11-2 in the 8 Cotton Ron, and 6-1 about the 10 Mac Hardy. 7-1 and better about the balance. Okay, Lenny, are we going with Mace, the ace, or what's the story?
Morning, Clyde. Yes, La Ultimo has got good current form, but I'm just under the impression that he is more a poly horse. So I've opted to go for, in a very open-looking race, I've opted to go for Eventador. He's a hard knocker, and he seldom runs a bad race, and I think he'll be right there at the business end. Then others with chances are Beach Palace, Rafiki, Cotton Run, and Mac Hardy, along with La Ultima. So for the bipod, I've gone wide. I've gone 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. It's a very, very difficult meeting, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you can get 2-1 a place Eventador and 10-1 the outright win at the moment if you like a bit of that, but it's a tricky race. And first leg of the bipod, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 by 1 and 2. Then a whole lot of horses after that, 1, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 13, 14 by 4 and 6 by Banker 8 by 1 and 2. It's a tricky bipod. Let's hope we can get it. Okay, on to race number 2. It's a middle stake, so look at the weights, see what's going on there over 1400 meters. And this particular event, I've been advised 12 Max the Magician has been scratched. That's not running. And the favourite here is number 1 Golden Destiny, who continues to climb in the ratings at 2-1. Second choice 8 Stars in Heaven on Friday morning, 9-2. 10 to Connell is priced up at 11-2. 13-2 7 Nelson Bay. The 13 Icy Blast is 8-1 and 10-1 about number 2 Plaza Record, whom I see, Lenny, you have found as a bit of a shrewdie.
Yes, Clyde. You know, he's made a welcome return to the number 1 box last time, and from a good draw, I'm expecting another good effort from him. But obviously, the one to beat is Golden Destiny. I mean, he comes here, he's won his last 2, and he's got a hell of a turn of foot at the business end of the race, and he's definitely the one to beat.
Okay, so we'll certainly put that in the play naturally. Got to go in. We've also been on the up and in good form, but Lenny Mayhew's shrewdie in the race in this particular event is perhaps worth taking a note of. Number 2 Plaza Record, who the rest seem to do the world of good. Now, being a middle stakes, just have a look at the best weighted column if you are looking for a rank outsider. The horse that comes out on top is number 6 Proud Master. But in Lenny's PA is going 1 and 2 in the first leg, and it's at 240 Rand per. So stakes race 4, and it's over 1800 meters. Best weighted column is showing that the best in here are all of 1, 3, 9 and 12. But it's a spaghetti race, this. I mean, they're all over the place in terms of form here. The bookmakers, they're looking at something like 7-1 the field. So take your pick, make up your own choice. I can tell you that in bookmaking order, Betway have got them 1, 7, 11, 2, 14 at 7-1 the field. 1, 7, 11, 2 and 14. So bit of a nightmare of a race, Lenny. I know we've already looked at the bipot earlier, and I think you went quite a number of horses because it's so open.
Clyde, it's impossible. I cannot put my faith in anything here. So I urge the punters to include as many as possible. I really can't help you here. As you can see in the bipot, I've put in what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 horses. So it's like a sweepstake.
Well, you've taken a chance with a pick six, and hopefully that comes to play for us. We are hoping that horse later on today in the third leg of the pick six comes to light for Len in the 8 horse inner fix. We're taking our chances, bankering that just now, but it is quite a tricky day. That's the risk we're taking in Sunday's pick six. All right, Sunday lunch. How's it all going over there? Race number 5 now. A stakes race again, and this is over 1,800 meters. Best weighted in the best column rating horses are 1, 6, 9, 11, 4. But the one does appear to be the best in Spirit of Lavana, but there are a whole lot of others in here that have got chances. I like a horse here, Lenny, called Quartermain, the Joburg horse. I think that's got to have a serious claim for Robin Klaasen and Rachel Venica taking the 1.5 off the back. Let me just give you an idea on Friday morning about the market. 1 Spirit of Lavana 28-10, 7 Nocturnal Flight 6-1, and 8-1 about the 4 Quartermain. You can get 10-1 and better about the balance, Len.
Clyde, I'm with you there. I really do like Quartermain. You know, he's got some very good, consistent Joburg form. And I mean, if you look at his last couple of runs, 1.5 lengths to immediate edge, 2 lengths behind on target, and he's only coming into the race with 52.5 on his back. I really think he's going to be a hard horse to beat. Obviously, the 3-year-old filly Spirit of Lavana deserves respect. And then you've got a horse like World of Our Own, who's on the up, and another one, View of the World, who's also in with a good chance. But all in all, I think they're going to have to go to beat Quartermain.
Okay, so will the Joburg horse be good enough to win this Quartermain? We are including 1 and 6 with the 4 in the first leg of the Jackpot by Banker 8, by 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, by 1, 2, 12 and 13. Next race on the card, this is Len's Banker of the day we want to talk to you about and take our chances. It's a handicap at the Class 5 level, so an E division type race over 1,000 meters. And let me give you an idea on the betting on Friday morning. Number 5, Purple Powerhouse, tops the boards at 28-10. 8 Inner Fix is the second choice at 7-2 at this stage. 3 Music is Life is 11-2. And 6-1 about number 1, Alverni Princess. It's 8-1 and better about the balance. So this was Inner Fix. If you have a look, Lenny, you can tell us more about him. But for every time he's won, you know, when he won, when you go back to the middle, back around August of 24, I think he was a rated 55. And then his next win, he was off a 58. And then his last win, he was off a 62. And now they've got him up to a 66. But obviously you think he's good enough to beat them.
Well, Clyde, you know, he's won 3 times in his last 6 runs. And if you look at his last run, he was drawn 1 at Turfentine up the straight. And as you know, on the inside draw at Turfentine on the outside track, it's a very bad draw. He got across from that draw and he was still full of running at the finish. So this horse is just improving all the time. And I think, I mean, the favourite is an 8-year-old. So I'm really strong with Inner Fix. I think he can win again.
Yeah, that's good enough for us. Thanks. Let's banker that in the Jackpot by 1, 2, 5, 6 and 7, by 1, 2, 12 and 13, by 2, 5, 6 and 8. Welcome everybody. Let's move on now to our next race on the card. We're having a look at race number 7, and this is a Class 5 for the fillies and mares at the E division level for the girls over 1,200 meters. And on Friday morning, here's the market. The favourite is number 7, Vision to Achieve, is 7-2. Second choice, number 2, Sahara Dawn, 9-2. 9, The Queen Bee, is at 9-2. And 11-2 about number 5, Quantasia. 8-1, Drive By, and 10-1 and better about the balance. Lenny, Sean Terry's only got 1 runner on the day. This was Sahara Dawn. You like it?
Yes, Clyde, definitely. She's in my 2. There's not much, there shouldn't be much between Sahara Dawn and Drive By, although Drive By is definitely better on the poly track. but she's in form, and I think the two of them stand a very good chance here. There definitely are others after that. You've got Vision to Achieve, My True Love, or others that I fancy. But my main two are the 1 and 2.
Okay, so in the trifecta, we're floating the 1 drive by with 2, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Interesting race. Sean Terry already starting to focus on the KwaZulu-Natal season and brings Sahara Dawn to Greyville. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about our 8th race on the card now. And then the race next up, with only a few more to go. And in terms of the description of the race, if you haven't got a book, it's a Class 4. So like a D division, over 1,200 metres. It runs at around 4:15. And let's give you an idea on the Friday morning market. 2 Moya Wala Liga, tops the boards at 3-1. 13 Super Fast, 5-1. 1 Antonio Gaudi, 6-1. 7-1 about number 3, Who Blinked. And then they bet, I think it's 8-1. And better about the balance. Yeah, not easy, the race. I don't think it's, you can find one in particular, although maybe, Lenny, you got something for us. You want to share the love here?
Clive, no, nothing outstanding. Moya Wala Liga, I mean, he's very consistent and should again give a good account of himself. Super Fast, I would have liked him pretty strong, but drawn 13 is a bit of a concern for me. And then a horse like Al Dante, he needed his last run. And although the 12 is not exactly ideally suited for him, he'll be running on strongly at the end. So those are the 3 that I fancy in a rather open-looking event. Then also include in the bigger terms the Joburg horse, Antonio Gaudi.
Yeah, well drawn to Antonio Gaudi, as he is number 1 on the card. And obviously the only concerns naturally with Al Dante and Super Fast is where they're at 12 and 13 over this sort of distance. Obviously the draw does play a pertinent role, but let's see how it all plays out. That's our recommended Exacta. Okay, the last race on the card, race number 9, and this is a Class 3 over 1,200 metres. And let me give you an idea quickly of what we're doing on Friday morning in the race with the market. And the favourite number 5, Future Flow, has been in good form. 7-2, top of the boards. 2 Rich Folks Hoax, Dean Kannemeyer, KwaZulu-Natal, they're having winners. And Rich Folks Hoax makes its way to KwaZulu-Natal, is 9-2, second favourite. 12 Vion's Web is 7-1, and 8-1 about the 6 Quandary 10s, and better the balance. Dean Kannemeyer stable, Lenny. Out Hollywood bets Greyville. The stable can do nothing wrong at the moment.
Absolutely, Clyde. The stable is really firing. And obviously, Rich Folks Hoax comes in with a huge chance. He tries sprinting again, so he's coming back in distance. Whether that's going to affect him, Greyville's sharp running and all that. I'm siding with Mace Roberts' horse, Future Flow. I mean, he's found a new lease on life over the past 6 months, having won 4 of his last 6 races, all over sprint distances now. So there's no telling when he's going to stop. I mean, he could just keep on going. As you saw with a horse like Connery, he won 5 in a row. So he seems to be in his place now, Connery. But Future Flow with a nice handy galloping weight, I think he'll run well again.
No, see how he does. He hasn't run off an 88 before. As you say, he's loaded up in the ratings now. See how he ends up, Future Flow. But he's in great form for Michael Roberts and Rachel Venica. Obviously, respect for the 2 Rich Folks Hoax, whether he's going to just be out there for an outing and look for a mile later. We'll see how that all plays out. And obviously, we're not leaving out the 6 Quandary and the 8. This is what it means. Thanks, everybody, for joining us at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Hope it's been a profitable Sunday.